What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Saturday, June 6, 2015. I'm Jeremy, talking about what you can do today to make tomorrow better. Little story, I'll get to the tip at the end, because I'm going to make it up as I go. This might be a little bit of a vent session. So I've been working all day, most of the day. But I also took a nice little hour and a half break after I finished a big segment of work to study for my hobby. I'll get to the hobby in just about 8 seconds. Last night I did some preemptive studying online. It's daily fantasy baseball. I played fantasy sports forever. A lot of you may have tuned out right now, but there's an overall point and life lesson in here. It's been something I've been doing for a couple months now. In the beginning, I was throwing away money because I thought I knew what I was doing. I was treating it like regular fantasy sports, but daily is completely different. There's so many ways to exploit matchups and just there's so many ways to really do well at it if you know what to study and what to look for. And I've slowly but surely gotten a lot better at it. And it's been my goal to win one of the $3 entries, which there's most nights it's a 35,000 entry thing for $3 and the winner wins $5,000. Tonight they have special ones where they make it bigger and it's $100,000 to the winner for a $3 entry. There's 95,000 entrants. Anyway, so I do my studying last night. I've been rolling over a $25 deposit for weeks now, and I had it at whatever, it was like $34 yesterday, and I decided just to go all in, do as many entries as I could with that. So I got 11 entries in at $3 each, and I studied and got my main guys, and there was a couple positions where I was teetering on a couple of guys, so I did multiple ones where it was the same lineup, but a couple different variations, different guys here or there, because that's what usually wins. When it comes down to the, being on top of somebody else of 95,000, it's one player, it's 1 point, it's this or that, it's one hit here or there, one pitch here or there by a pitcher. Because in DraftKings, where I do it, any of you that play fantasy sports, you'll get this. Anybody else, I'm sure you're tuning out, but there's not that many of you anyway. But DraftKings, you start 2 pitchers. So, you usually get at least a quarter, if not more, up to a half, and even more sometimes, of your points from your pitchers. That's where you put all your money. You get a $50,000 budget. Oftentimes, you'll put $20,000 of that into your pitchers. Sometimes less. Tonight, I gambled a little bit, and I took a cheaper pitcher, and it paid off. He had a great night because, I did put in some studying, and I thought he was going to have a decent night, and he did. But then I had my stud pitcher, or as good a pitcher as I could ask for, going late in the late games. Long story short, out of 95,000 entrants, I had 2. Well, I had 11 entries, but the one I felt best about, I did 2 of. All the rest there's a little variation of them, but I did 2 that were exactly the same. That was my favorite entry. I was in a tie for 421st place after the East Coast games. That was only paying $20 each. That's nothing, but 421st out of 95,000 plus. And I still had my top pitcher, who I had spent more than double money than on anyone else. And I had 2 of my highest priced players, Giancarlo Stanton and Charlie Blackmon, playing in Colorado with a win behind them, and I had a pitcher pitching in Seattle, Jake Odorizzi. I'm thinking I'm at least going to win. I'm going to be set for a while to play some big money games in this, if not win it big, like thousands. I was at least going to win hundreds. My pitcher's cruising. Like at this point, every point adds to your total, and you're just jumping, you're hurdling guys. My guy's cruising, and after 4 innings, he throws a perfect strike, and then he comes up limping. And I don't know how, but he strained his oblique. In a normal pitch, out of the game. So instead of getting those easy points from my pitcher that normally just take you up above everybody, boom, he's out. Then there's a rain delay in Colorado. And the two guys I have left, they're not playing. I think it just started. It did just start, and something's going on there. But the point of it is, yeah, there's no shortcuts. But, oh, I had a really good point. I'm going to have to cut to it when I remember what the point was of this. Oh, the tip. So, the point of all of this is that even when you're right, you're sometimes wrong. And I may have even already done this one. But even when you have everything lined up perfectly, just like in the game of baseball, you can hit a ball square on the bat and it's a line drive out. But you can just barely touch it and bloop it over the first baseman's head and it's just a dumb luck hit. The same things happen in life. Like what happened with this today, it's like, man, I was feeling like, all right, half the time I'm feeling like I'm wasting my time. I should have more important things that I'm putting my time into, but I'm like, you know what? It's fun. I get enjoyment out of it, so I keep doing it, and I keep rolling over the money. It's a chance to win big money. It's exciting. I just enjoy it, so I do it. But I want to win. And as much as I thought I may have finally had that perfect lineup, in reality, I may not have been able to make a better lineup. But you can't, even the best laid plans don't lead to the promised land. They don't lead to the results that they should sometimes, because life, I want to say, just isn't fair, but that's not even the point, because everyone knows life isn't fair. You're always going to have to deal with getting the short end of the stick sometimes, but life is just full of the unexpected. No matter how much planning you put into something, things can change like that. Just like the weather, just like anything. The only thing that stays consistent is time. I guess death and taxes too, but anything can change. So it's like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm gonna watch my money add up. Because even in all the other ones where I wasn't in a tie for 421st or whatever, I was still in the money because all my lineups were very similar and I had the same pitcher in all of them. So I was gonna cash in all of them. I mean, pretty much. If my pitcher doesn't get hurt after 4 innings. Oh, it's still crazy. It's still crazy. But you know what? It's just like everything teaches you something in life. And like this is something that it's almost laughable because it's so rare that something like that happens. And when I, finally feel like, oh, this might be my chance to win it, it's like a really tough, it's easier than winning the lottery, but it's still pretty tough. I mean, I'd be happy with a top 100. I've been in first before, and I had my name up there with a $10,000 screen on. I ended up in like 200 and something, winning $25. Because it's like, it jumps up quick. But the top 10, you're in 4 digits. Anyway, I'm going to have to wait another day. And the ironic thing is, just like the Ravens in 2011, they probably had a better team. But missed a kick, dropped a touchdown pass, and the Giants win a Super Bowl. The next year, we're probably not as good a team, but we have a little more luck, a little more fate on our side, and win a Super Bowl. Not we, but you know what I mean. I'm a Ravens fan. Do I need to change the camera to show all this? Anyway, no matter how much studying you've done, how much preparation you've done, how much work you've put in to make something perfect, to make something the best it can be, it will sometimes not be enough because life happens. Shit happens, just like I said yesterday. And you can't explain it, you can't plan for it, you just have to deal with it and hope tomorrow goes a little better. So no matter how much you try to make tomorrow better today, sometimes it does not matter. Because sometimes you're just gonna have to deal with the crappy river card you get dealt when you're sitting with pocket aces. So, all right, it's overrun. If you made it to the end, thanks. You deserve a good day tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday. Today's gonna be a long day. I'll see you tomorrow.